So, you want to vlog your deceptively boring life and share it with us. You think you're the new Justin Bieber of the nerd world order. Pick another hobby, asshole. Why is my voice cracking? Just build a train set or something. Although it has been proven that men who build train sets have 6 toes. That's all we know for sure. So in order to vlog your incredibly boring life, you're gonna need a camera for that. And I have pondered this many an hour in my mother's living room, where I live. I think it's close. We're close to getting it. We talked today about what the perfect vlogging camera is. It's not this. This is close too. Close ain't good enough. Close don't bring you cookies at night.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
I paid $700 to film in this location. For your enjoyment, it's a schoolyard, portable. In the summer, only the dumb kids are in there that have to go to summer school. They failed at life. So even though I have the Panasonic G85 with the Leica 15mm f1.7 lens, and I extend it out, it's a decent field of view, slightly blurred background, amazing audio. It's perfect, kind of. I have to use a remote trigger to focus on my ass, because Panasonic refuses to put phase detection autofocus. And why does it sound like face? Phase and face? Phase, face? Phase, face? Which one am I saying? Rename. It should be fast detection autofocus. Nobody's going to be confused about that, except those kids in summer school. So even though I have that camera and I prefer the look of it, it just looks so much better. I admit it. It's too heavy. Even though it's one of the lightest setups you could ever imagine. That Leica lens is tiny and light. It's too much. No, I'm enough of this. Enough of it. So we have new requirements for the perfect vlogging camera. It starts with the sensor. So right now we're on the tiniest of the tiniest sensors, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to even be out in public looking at this thing, holding it. It's like, no, I have a bigger one at home. This isn't the only one I have. So while the tiny sensors kind of suck, image quality wise, the portability factor, it's worth it. I always bring this camera instead of the G85 because this one slips into a pocket. So we have to think about that. It has to be tiny, but amazing at the same time. So how big of a sensor can we get away with? I'm thinking 1 inch is the max. And I would even go up to the in-between stage between this, the 1.17th of an inch, seen last in Panasonic Canon. That's the S120. That had it, the 1/17th. Still looked like shit. Freaking f3.5 lens. Couldn't blur out a moon. Freaking moon. But vlogging is different. You don't really need a blurry background. We want it. I want it a little bit. But we can't have it. We're not allowed to have it. So this is what we need. You look at the latest release of Sony, the RX100 Mark 17. It sucks. There's a B. He left. There's really only 2 problems with that camera. The 24mm is too tight, and the 2.8 is not bright enough. I almost rhymed. Why'd I end it with enough? 24mm is reserved for Gordon Lang vlogging. This is a Gordon Lang vlog now. We just fill your head with that. Fill your head in the shot. Make it look like you're putting all your effort into holding the camera that you're carrying with both hands close to your body. You're not gonna drop it. Everything's safe. Make sure it looks like you're holding a camera. You don't want no casual, this kind of stuff. Bring it in here safe, nice and close. So what we need, I'm not a physics major in college. I don't know how big that, we need a 16 to 35, f1.8 to 2.8. Nikon showed it to us, it didn't look that big. I bet it functioned, but their factory blew up and they didn't have in-building stabilization. I'm reusing jokes. Recycling's good for you. That's why I do it. It's good for the environment. I wish somebody would make a lens generator site that you type in the numbers, full frame sensor, 16 to 35, f1.8, And then it would give you a rough general idea with our current technology how big, how heavy it would be. Somebody should... Is there a stop sign up? Why do I do it? There's $1 million idea for some nerd out there. Make that site. I would use it often. Then you put ads on the site, boom, you're in business. So I want to know how big that lens, like, is it unreasonable? A 1-inch sensor, 16 to 35, f1.8 to 2.8, is that too big? What would that lens look like on a 1.17 of an inch? I think that might be the sweet spot. Can you even imagine it? I can't imagine it. So that 16 to 35 lens is our foundation. Stabilized, of course. And then digital stabilization on top of that. You can handle it with the 16. This is 17 mil. I'm no longer using the digital stabilization, and it sucks now. It sucks. It's a little shaky now. Without it, Sony, what happened to you? Do you see the shakes? Oh my god. It crops in the digital. I'll try to... Okay, this is as far as we get. I'll put the digital stabilization on now. And now we got the digital stabilization on. So if we walk around, is it more stable? I felt like it was shaky without it. I was like, noticeably, it looked like a smartphone or something. I don't understand. Maybe this camera is falling apart after 2 years. The longevity Sony didn't plan for. They burned the candle at both ends. They're late night hawk owls, alcoholics, coffee drinkers. Why am I following the garbage truck? That's the real question. So basically what I'm asking for is that Sony RX100 Mark VII with the 16 to 35, f1.8 to 2.8 of course. Nobody wants that 2.8 to 4.30. Loser. Piece of loser. Now here's the tricky part, that audio. I appreciate it, the mic jack, but we need a hot shoe. Not that I'll use it. I don't promise to use it. I might just hook a lav mic up. That's the way to get around it. Even though that Rode Video Micro kind of pisses me off because you can't hear yourself from behind it. So if you ever want to turn your camera around, oh, look at that. This one sounds even better from behind. I hold it right up to my forehead. My third eye is literally plugged into the camera. The third eye mic jack, and I'm plugged in. Oh no, there's a woman on a bike. If anybody knows about a good shotgun mic that sounds good from behind as well, let me know down below. Or is there a little rig, some sort of hot shoe spinny thing? You put it on little quickly though, just one-handed, spin back, boom, lock it. And then you can flip it. I ain't doing Caleb's thing where he has two Rode Video Micros, one pointed front, one pointed back with Jimmy rigs all everywhere. That guy, he's building the perfect studio. Little did he know, he could have used my mom's dining room for free. It's not as nice as my mom's living room where I live, but it's nice. Didn't think ahead, did you, Caleb? But when it comes to this hot shoe and that flippy screen, you can't obviously do what the Sony a6400 did with flipping it up and blocking it. So you have to flip it down or to the side. I think down might be the way, because this is a compact camera. You're not going to want it on a tripod. That's the whole point of this thing. It could fit in a pocket, not with the Rode Micro. I contradicted my whole video immediately. That's embarrassing. But if you have the lav mic, pocketability factor rising. That is some ghetto ass porch. What is that? It looks like he would only use materials that he found in a hurricane. And that is fantastic. Crafty man. Let's go to McDonald's. I might want to put it on a tripod, so screw that, hold down. Don't listen to me. Whatever company this is, only listen to select parts and then do the right thing. Just do the fully articulating screen. It's perfect. Done. I mean, really, that's it. All I want is a wide-angle fun thing with a slightly bigger sensor. Amazing stabilization, a mic jack that I can actually use with the lav mic, so when I go to loud streets, it won't pick it up so much. I'm afraid. I'm walking back and forth in the neighborhood. I'm lost. They don't want to go to that busy street or that busy street. Audio is everything, and stabilization is everything, and autofocus is everything. Canon G7X? Nope. It can't autofocus. Watch any video on the G7X out of focus. Somebody needs to step up and make this thing already. Sony just keeps like marketing their cameras to vloggers even though they weren't designed for vloggers. They're just sort of like, you could use this as a vlogging. Like when the A64 came out, 6400, it was just like flippy up and a block and no stabilization, and you're like, vlogger's paradise. It's like, you, what trickery are you playing on my mind? And now they're doing the same thing with the RX100. 24 is too tight. How many times do we gotta say it? Everybody's complaining. We want that 18 to 50. Do what Nikon couldn't do. Satisfy somebody in bed. Take that, Nikon bitch. I personally always satisfy, for sure. I'm never finished first. That I can guarantee. A couple times. So who's gonna give it to us? That's the real question. I can't even imagine it. Anything on the roadmap. Sony's got nothing coming. How long does this streak go? I'm gonna walk down 50 miles. What the hell? It's possible that the Canon M6 does something for us, but I doubt it. I don't have much faith in Canon as a whole. It's probably gonna be Sony that does it, but will they do it? What kind of engine is that? It's a regular van engine. It was pretty quiet for its size, actually. So why won't they do it? Gone are the days of Casey Neistat style vloggers with the tripod, the huge heavy rig, fucking fur balls on top. No more. I want to be boom, done, slip it in the pocket. We're good to go. Is this good content? Sideways vlogging at people's homes in Canada. This is amazing. How lucky are we? We get to see this. Is my hand blocking the... Oh, that's a rookie mistake right there. Alright, we're done. We'll end this video perfectly exposed with the sun. It's magical. The creativity was just off the roof today. It's off the roof and bouncing the car, shining of the car in the... Picasso, I have channeled his spirit this day, my friend. We're done. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.